Into the ring we go as we introduce you to the women's 115-pound boxers. First, fighting out of the Dynamic Mortgage Concepts red corner, please make welcome Bailey the Flurry Winters.
Moving back to the ring we go again. Amateur 115. Our own Bailey Winters. You'd normally see her all dolled up and doing post-fight interviews, which she'll be doing a little bit later tonight after this fight. Coming out right now.
Little double duty for Miss Winters this evening. Gonna entertain us with some punchy kicky, and then as you referenced, she will be taking over the post-fight interviews. We'll have Mr. Momarts up here. So Bailey Winters doing amazingly well in her martial arts career, and what I like about Miss Winters is every time
her
we
opponent
see
fighting
her,
out of the Larry H. Miller blue corner from Lookouts in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Please make welcome Randi Short Stack Morales.
What I was saying about Miss Winters is every time you see her in her career, she makes leaps and bounds improvement as far as how well she's doing with her fights. And her last bout was really an amazing fight, and tonight putting it on the line in some boxing.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, stepping out of her comfort zone from the Muay Thai action. Was supposed to have a Thai fight tonight. Unfortunately, we had an opponent change, so she's going to boxing instead.
And her opponent making her way to the ring, Miss Randi Morales. Coming to us, I believe, from Mexico. So making the long drive in order to get into the ring for us this evening. We're checking out the tail of the tape here. Winters the elder by 1 year at 29 years. A huge height advantage at 5'8" versus 5 foot. Even in weight for the 115-pound fight. Winters lists her style as fun. Morales lists her style as Taekwondo. Morales with the 1-1 record versus the 4-2 record of Miss Winters.
I don't think most of Miss Winters' opponents would classify her style as fun, but I guess Bailey does. It's fun for her.
It's going to be very, very difficult for any fighter to overcome. And I was going to say Winters studied a tape on this opponent. Winters prepared for this, but no, this is kind of a last-minute replacement. So as far as using your height and reach to that significant of an advantage, not something that Winters has had a lot of time to train specifically for. Referee Stephen Blea putting in a lot of work this evening. Winters wearing the white gloves, Morales in the pink. Mouthpieces are in, judges are ready, timekeepers ready. Brant, are you ready? Yes, you're ready. Let's go. Punchy time. And, okay.
And we're ready. Here we go. And we're there. All right. Be interesting to see kind of how this fight plays out. See if they're really going to come in and just start trading, or if there's going to be a feeling out process here. Some good head movement right off the bat being showed by Morales.
So real quick, I want to reference Winters listing her style is fun. Go to the Sparta Combat League Facebook page. Check out the weigh-ins last night. Winters showed up in a Batman outfit.
Yeah,
that girl outfit. It
impressive.
was pretty cool. So definitely she's out here having some fun with it. I always say that's one of my favorite things to see is fighters that are in the ring just because they love to be there, and that's certainly the case for Miss Winters.
Yep, good stiff jab by Winters. Dude, really good head movement by Morales, though. Not absorbing any damage yet. Trying to get inside. Look for her to try to land some big looping overhand lefts and rights. Some good sticking shots by Winters there.
So we talked about Winters having that really distinct height and reach advantage against Morales, and Winters maybe not being able to train for that, but Morales at 5 foot tall, probably typically going to be the shorter fighter, so this is probably what she's used to.
Yeah, that it definitely is, and Morales was doing a good job of head movement. What's happening now, though, is every time she throws a punch, she turns her head away. And what that does is it allows Winters to throw just a good, solid left hook that's going to catch her every time. She's got to make sure to stay square and move her head side to side and not turn her face.
Yeah, and that comes a bit from Morales trying to negate that reach advantage. What she's trying to do is put her punch forward and bring her head back, and you can't really do both at the same time. You have to be very committed when you're going against that longer opponent that, hey, I'm going to throw this punch and I'm going to come forward with everything. And just about 4 seconds left in this first round.
That was a good right hand by Morales right there. She threw a nice overhand right. It landed square. Solid round for Winters there, though.
Winters, just the tiniest bit, looking a little bit tight in there. I'd like to see her punches flow just a little bit more. She has good snap at the end of her punches, but there's almost a little bit of a push right at the beginning. Let's see if she starts to loosen up a little bit as the fight wears on.
Yeah, and on the replay, you saw a nice overhand right by Winters that landed really squarely. And, you know, Bailey hasn't been shy about telling people that sometimes she takes a little bit to warm up. You know, as a fighter, you go through a range of emotions coming into a fight, from happy, scared, excited, nervous. You get into that first round. Sometimes it takes a little bit. You know, that one good punch that lands on you, and you're like, oh, okay, we're in a fight. We're good to go.
Right.
Loosen up. So let's see if she doesn't come out a little bit looser in round 2. But a solid round for her nonetheless in round 1.
And in the corner of Morales, what are you telling her as far as adjustments to be made?
On Morales, I'm telling her head movement, stick the jab in her face, and throw the overhand right. Bailey has a tendency when she's fighting a shorter fighter to drop that lead hand a little bit because you're looking over it, and it's right there.
That's just what Morales did right there.
I'd like to see Winters keep that left hand up. Just every time she throws that jab, it needs to come back to the head, not right in front of her face. Another overhand right lands. Morales looking a lot better right off the bat in round number 2, and Winters connects with a good right hand.
Morales swings hard with the counter on that one.
Yeah, Winters does look a little bit looser here in this round, but so does Morales. So I'd like to see her keep pumping that jab, throw that overhand right, and then switch it up. Jab, jab, overhand left as opposed to the right. Move it around a little bit. Don't get too predictable.
Morales doing a nice job putting some more power on her punches here. She's starting to find the range a little bit. She's letting Winters come to her some more and having solid effect with her punches. Morales still with that little bit of a tendency to turn her head away.
Another good right hand by Winters. And that right hand is more of a hook. She throws it straight and then it turns over right at the end. I kind of like that technique from her, so it's disguising that a little bit. Not quite sure where it's coming from.
And it just landed again for Morales.
Morales doing a real good job of keeping some pressure on this round.
10-second clacker sounded. Got a little bit turned around there, did Morales. Oh, and Winters lands a couple of hard shots. Morales staggered here, and the bell rings. Going to give Morales a chance to recover here.
That was a much better round for both fighters. Both fighters looked a lot more loose, a lot more comfortable. I really liked the combos that Morales was throwing. She was landing some of those overhands, but I still believe she's down 2 rounds. We got one more round to go, so she's going to have to do a little bit of head hunting, which is not a favorable thing to do against a taller opponent.
Agreed, but she has shown that she can get in here with that right hand, sets it up well, probes her way in. Or another thing that she has done nicely is that round wore on where she was letting Winters come into range. And checking out here on the Larry H. Miller Nissan replay. So we talked about Morales being willing to bridge that gap and get inside, and she did exactly that right there on the replay. Served her well. This is round 3.
Winters doing a really good job of keeping along this round already. kind of measuring with that jab so she can stick that right hand in behind it. Right there, there it is.
Oh, that was a hard shot that landed for Morales. Winters, however, took it well. Like you said, Winters needs to keep that left hand up because that's one of the few places that Morales is finding success.
I'd like to see Winters. She's using that jab to measure. I want to see her stick that right hand just straight in after that. Good movement by both fighters.
Winters, a bit more of a determined look on her face here in this round. Winters had success right at the end of round number 2. She had Morales staggered as the bell rang, and there's that right hand you were asking for, Brent.
Yep. Measure, and then stick that right hand. She's got Morales a little bit stunned.
Is in some trouble, yes, sir.
What Bailey needs to do is just keep touching her. Touch, power. Touch, power. Good left hook. Referee's going to go ahead and let that tie up.
Nice job by Winters not throwing the knee there. She's a well-skilled Muay Thai fighter.
Yes.
Kept her instincts.
Boom. Big right hand by Winters.
Couple of big shots for Winters. Morales hanging in there very, very tough, but Winters starting to pull ahead solidly in this final round.
10-second clacker signs off. There it is. Measure. Another big right hand by Winters. And this is going to be all she wrote. I think the round is going to end right at that break. Very, very good fight by both fighters, but a solid victory for Bailey Winters, I believe.
You talked about it, just touch, keep touching. That's exactly what Winters did. Able to touch with some power too, but she didn't get herself in trouble by planting her feet and trying to go for
AVM Army
some
giveaway.
kind of a
One lucky
flurry that
fan
may
will
not
receive
have
a
served her
fantastic
well.
prize
So
courtesy of the Fort
watching the
Collins
fight
Army
IQ of
recruiting
Miss Winters
station.
rise
This
as she
time the winner is
progresses in
Josh
her
Van
career.
Sil.
And when she started measuring in that third round, when you've got your left hand out there and you've got such a reach advantage, then you don't have to worry as much about bringing it back to your head because you're out of distance for her to throw that overhand right and then just replace it with the right hand.
Be sure to stop.
Beautiful left hook there on the replay and a right hand.
That you were asking for.
A prize tonight. There will be more prizes coming up, so go sign up now.
A lot of toughness in Morales. She took a couple of hard shots there, and you can see that shot, the corner of Winters saying, keep moving forward, please.
Yeah, props to Morales for taking this fight on extremely short notice. Props to Winters for taking a step out of her comfort zone and just standing and banging with the hands. Great fight all around. Waiting for Sean to come in and give the official fight result, but I think we know what it is.
He's got the score sheet in his hand. Hey, look at that. Trouble getting the tape off the gloves. Imagine.
We buy our tape from the best tape factory.
I'm going to make a killing selling these guys scissors.
We have the best tape, no doubt about it. Nobody else's tape is nearly as good as our tape.
As good as our tape. It's Colorado tape. It's fantastic. And let's go ahead and leave those gloves on. Get this show going. Woo!
After 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards. Judge Mason scores about 30-27. Judge Beal scores about 29-28. And Judge Short scores about 30-27. Declaring your winner by unanimous decision, Bailey Winters.
And congratulations to Bailey Winters.
Back with a post-fight interview in just a moment.
Post-fight interview by Cody Momarts, and then Bailey will switch roles, and she'll be doing the post-fight interviews for us. Mr. Cody Momart's going to join us here in the broadcast booth, and so we'll have a 3-man tag team here for the rest of the pay-per-view.
No, do not adjust your screen. I am joined by the person usually doing the post-fight interviews, but tonight I'm joined by the winner, Bailey Winters. Bailey, talk me through your fight tonight.
The plan was round one, jab, move my feet and breathe. Wanted to stay calm, wanted to set things up and really make it a boxing match rather than just throwing punches out there.
Very systematic approach. We now know that tonight you're going to be taking over the interviews, but looking forward in your career in the ring, what can we expect from you moving forward?
I told Jeff I want a title fight next. That's what I want.
All righty. A title fight possibly upcoming. Bailey, you have a lot of fans in the arena tonight. Anything you'd like to say to them?
Absolutely. I want to thank all my teammates at Easton, my coaches Matt and Steve here tonight. My team, I trained with a bunch of Muay Thai fighters, and they all did boxing rounds with me, helped me prepare for this fight, achieve my goals, so I really appreciate that. The girls at Elevation Fight Team, my dad for coming to all my fights, my best friend Caitlin, my best friend Ashley, everyone from Title Boxing Club. Yeah, thank you guys so much. I really felt supported, and I love you all.
Back to you, Sean.